it still feels way too much like a game of hide and seek, doesn't it? In fact, it feels like being an only child and playing hide and seek with your imaginary friends, right? Feels a little bit like that, you know. When I was little, I had two imaginary friends. Their names were Jocko and Paco. Okay, I was like three. Okay, don't ask me how I came up with that. That's what their names were. Okay, um, you can think it's cute. You can think I'm insane. Either way, doesn't matter. It's the reality of it. And of course, my older brother, who's more than 7 years older than me, just thought one of the greatest pieces of his life was getting to torment me over that. And God has a funny way of bringing it back because many years later, when he was caregiving for our stepmom, she actually introduced him to the imaginary older ladies, and he decided they were Jocko and Paco's mothers. Um, Either way, okay, many of us as kids had imaginary friends, and that's pretty normal. Means you probably were a pretty normal kid if you had an imaginary friend. So, nothing to feel bad about that at all. However, have you ever tried playing hide and seek with your imaginary friend? You have. You may not be able to, acknowledge it right now or tell the world about it right now because you don't really realize you're playing it. But the truth of the matter is often we treat social media like tagging one of your imaginary friends and saying, tag, you're it, and running and hiding, and then wondering why they're not finding us. But we learn a little bit about the social media stuff. And, I even found a cool tool that will help you do some of your postings and help you discover more of that really cool new tool that I'm checking out for you. And you're trying, you're not hiding anymore. You're getting help with, and you've got the different tools that are out there to help you be able to post on social media. You're showing up. Maybe you're one of the ones that has even listened to me, and every day or a couple of times a week you're going live, you're doing the things, you're in the networking meetings. I had another talk yesterday with somebody who was talking about just the total wasted worthlessness of networking these days. It was really an interesting conversation. Hey Maeve, glad to have you here with us. But even with all that showing up, does it feel like you're still not really being seen? Often it's something internal. Often when I meet with people, a lot of times they're guests on my radio show, or, they're people that haven't necessarily hired me to be a marketing consultant for them, but they just, kind of a situation. I can feel it immediately. And as I begin to talk to them, I can begin to hear why it is that cool thing that they are and do, why it isn't landing. It's usually little small tweaks. When you're showing up, it has usually to do with optimizing. There's a whole new word now. So SEO is search engine optimization. There's now AEO, which is AI engine optimization. Our world just keeps doing that kind of stuff. Kamal, glad to have you here with us. I can help you know and see and feel what's not landing. It's very fixable. It's very doable. You just need to understand that you're not playing tag with your invisible friend. You're trying, and you're not trying really to go viral. You're actually trying to really reach people. And there's some definitive things that you can do to do that. But I get it. I'm not saying you're not working hard. In fact, I know you are. You're working so, so, so hard. Okay? But now's the time to move from working hard to really succeeding at what you're doing. Because if it feels like you're playing hide and seek especially that feeling of playing hide and seek when nobody's really seeking you. You need the solution for that. So, my conversation question for you today is, what does it feel like when you really, truly finally show up? Have you had that moment, even just once, even, one person? What does it feel like when you really are seen? And then additionally, how does it feel when you show up, you do the things, you make the post, all those kind of things, and you still don't feel seen? I'd love to hear on both of those from you. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved. I'm so grateful to have you here with me. And until we're together again next time, have a great week.